song, I ain't got no melody. I'm gonna sing it to my friends when I go round in circles.
Welcome back to our daily show. It is 10:32. CJ Nasello right here on RiverBender.com. On the second day of August, on the phone now, the Mayor of Godfrey. Mayor Mike McCormick, good morning and happy Wednesday to you, sir.
Well, thank you, CJ. We're finally getting some rain. We need it. Keep the thunderstorms away, please.
Big time. I'm telling you what, I got tired of watering my plants, so I'm glad I got a little help from Mother Nature today.
Yes.
Mayor McCormick, I really appreciate your time. As you, a couple of weeks ago, the village put out a quick statement about the solicitors and having a permit. And it seems to me over the past couple of weeks that just in passing conversations and a few texts from the listeners that some of the solicitors right now going around are pretty persistent in their sales approach and maybe not taking no for an answer at times. Sir, I wanted to ask you right off the bat, for solicitors, they need a permit, correct?
They need a permit. It's a process. They'll come up here to the village of Godfrey, go to the village clerk's office, and sign up, and then give the solicitors, the actual people will be going door to door, have to give their information to the clerk, and Madison County Sheriff's Department does somewhat kind of a background check to make sure everything's all right there, and they tell me if it's okay to sign that permit, and then they're given a permit. And at this time, right now in the village of Godfrey, we only got 2 active solicitation permits out there. One is a Clay Solutions, which is a solar company, and the other one is Clearwave Solar, fiber, and those are the 2, and there's only 2 people with each one of those organizations. So there's only a total of 4 people right now that have a permit to go door to door in the village of Godfrey. And I know we got a lot of bad apples out there, and unfortunately it's not a good situation. And my advice to the residents of the village here, somebody knocks on your door trying to sell you something, ask them for that permit. And if they don't have it, go ahead, CJ.
No, I didn't mean to cut you off. I was just going to ask if they don't have it, what's that next step?
That next step is very simple. You just pick your phone up, call Madison County Sheriff's Department, tell them your address, and you got a solicitor there that doesn't have a permit, and the deputy will get there as soon as possible. And that's the best line of defense we have against that, and they'll run them out of town. I've had numerous conversations with Lieutenant Kestner over this issue, and they tell them you don't have a permit, get out of town.
Well, and that's something that's really great to highlight, too. So as of now, for anyone that's just tuning in, there's only technically 4 people, 2 companies, but 4 individuals permitted to solicit in the village, correct?
At this present time, yes.
And Mayor, if you don't mind me asking, you don't have to, call anybody out or just in any company names. But is there have there been individuals calling Village Hall that are saying that there's some companies that aren't these 2 that are out there knocking on doors?
I'm aware of 3 of them, but I'll mention them. Mm-hmm. One is Flex Solar. One is Illinois Shine, which that is also solar, and Infinity Fiber.
That's okay. And that's the one. Not to cut you off, Mayor. That's the one our texters have been filling me on, is Infinity.
Infinity, okay. Well, my advice for you to tell your texters that you got their information for them to be called Madison County Sheriff. Of course, that's too late now because they've moved on, but that's the most important thing. If they don't have a permit, call the Sheriff's Department.
And Mayor McCormick, for this recent storm that's kind of overtaken the region today in the next couple of days, where there's always a chance of what I call a storm chaser, a roofing company that comes in and tries to sell you a new roof and tries to get you to sign up. They have to go through that same process as well, correct?
Yes, they do.
Okay.
Yes, they do.
And right off the bat, too, is this something that's been a growing problem with the village, or is this something that you, in your opinion, has been manageable and is just starting to gain some attention?
Oh, I think we've had problems off and on through the years, and through the cooperation with the Madison County Sheriff's Department, we've been able to stop it once we're aware of it. But if we're not aware of it, it's hard for us to do anything. And but once we're aware of it, we react and shut it down as soon as we possibly can.
You really do. And I'll just throw a disclaimer out here, Mayor McCormick. I had an individual that said that they called you, and right away you guys really helped them out and really gave them the advice they needed to call the sheriff's office and get the individual reevaluated with his life, because apparently it was getting pretty pushy with things, and really had nothing but praise for your office on how you handled it. I've
heard a lot of rumors or tales to that effect, where these some of these solicitors get very, very pushy and keep coming back later at night. And I think they're only allowed to solicit up to 7 o'clock at night, but I understand some of them have been doing it even later. The illegal ones, of course.
Right. And I think it's always something that's always good to get a refresher on, because, as we encounter these individuals, and I actually witnessed a video myself of a young man that decided he wasn't going to leave an individual's property until he got told the definitive, get the heck away from me. And it took quite some time. And, for you to come on, sir, really means a lot, because I know you're busy. And once again, is it always, if anyone has any questions, is it okay to call Village Hall and just ask?
Of course. That's what we're here for. That's our job.
Absolutely. And Mayor McCormick, I really appreciate your insight on this. Is there anything else that you can fill us in on, where maybe some tips about the solicitors or any practices, or do you think we covered it?
I think we covered it. The main two things is, once again, I can't overemphasize, ask for the permit. If they don't have the permit, call the sheriff.
Absolutely. Mayor McCormick, the Village of Godfrey, thank you so much for your time today, sir, and hopefully we'll be talking again soon, and keep up the great work for Godfrey.
Thank you, CJ. It's always nice talking to you.
Same here. It's 10:39. We'll take a quick break, and we'll come back with the All-Star Award next in Down.